nervous before sparring. You know those times when the coach calls you up, it's time for sparring, you're scared, you're nervous, your palms are sweating, your legs are shaking, you're dreading it. This video is for you because I'm going to talk about how to overcome it. Because we all know that nerves can either help you or they can detract from you actually performing in the ring. It's like a fire. You can use it to cook your food or it can burn your house down. So watch this video if you want to learn how to overcome those nerves in order to perform in the next sparring session. The first mindset shift you guys need to adopt and you guys need to remember is, what is the purpose of your sparring? Is the purpose to win or is the purpose to get better? The purpose is to get better. The purpose is to improve. And you knowing that you going into your sparring with that mentality is going to ease the pressure off you and you're going to be able to perform. Why do a lot of great fighters not perform well on fight night? It's because the pressure's too much, they can't handle it. So why would you give yourself that same pressure in the gym? It's the gym, it's the boxing gym for a reason. You're meant to learn, you're meant to get better. It doesn't matter if that guy gets the better of you on this day, because you'll probably get the better of him on another day. All of the great fighters have bad spars. All of the great fighters don't do well every single day, and you're no different. And that's what you need to remember every time you go into the gym. So next time you're about to spar, just have in your head, I'm going to try and get better today. It doesn't matter if I win because there's no winner. It doesn't matter if I lose because there's no loser. And that way, you'll do fine. As long as you're learning, that's the main thing. So that's the first mindset shift. Trust me. Remember that when you go into the ring, you'll be all right. You'll perform much better. Point number 2, and this links to number 1. It's okay to make mistakes in sparring. At the end of the day, it's boxing. You're going to get hit. You need to be all right with it. And it's actually better to get hit, to make that mistake in your gym. So when you come on fight night, you can learn from that mistake and you can avoid it in the ring under the bright lights. Let's imagine you're sparring week in, week out, and you're just smoking everyone. You're not getting caught, you're not getting punished. Fight night comes, you come up against a good fighter. They start punishing you for the mistakes you're making in sparring because that person wasn't punishing you. So if you get hurt or if you get hit in sparring, don't be too hell-bent about it because it's going to help you for fight night. It's all about learning. Let's say you're just, every minute you're throwing the check hook, boom, landing it in sparring. Then now fight night comes, you throw that check hook and you get caught on your way out. No one in sparring caught you on the way out, so now you're not used to putting your hands up. This is why sparring is so important, and it's actually okay to sometimes get hit and to sometimes maybe get hurt. You got to be all right with it. It's the nature of the game. So yeah, that's point number 2. Point number 3, have a bit of fun and experiment when you're sparring. This is the best part of your training, sparring. Every boxer knows that sparring is the best part of their training. People hate hitting the bag, hate for going for their runs, but when it's time to spar, yeah, we're fired up. You guys got to have that same mentality. And experiment when you go into the boxing ring, when you're sparring, try some new things out. Because at the end of the day, you don't learn on fight night. On fight night, now you got everything that you have, you go with. You don't get anything new on the day of the fight. You get everything new in your sparring. So if there's a shot you want to try out, try it out. That might be your money shot, but you'll never know if you don't experiment. So have a bit of fun, loosen up a bit, you feel me? And experiment when you're sparring. Final point, and this is probably the most important one. Every single person is nervous before sparring. The same way that you can get hit, they can get hit. You've got 2 hands as well. Same way they got 2 hands. So you need to remember that before you go into the ring, and that will actually make you feel much more calmer, much more relaxed, and you can perform better. The only difference may be that they're hiding it better than you because they might have a bit more experience or they're used to the nerves, so they're able to master nerves a bit and use it to their advantage. We're going to have another amateur boxer, an amazing boxer, that's going to be talking about their experience in sparring and maybe how they overcome their nerves, what their feelings are, because at the end of the day, we all get nervous. You know what I'm saying? Me as well. I sometimes get nervous. You feel me?
I think we all get nervous in sparring. It came from a place of pride. I didn't want to look bad in front of my coaches. I didn't want to look bad in front of my teammates, you could say so, other boxers. One way that kind of helped me deal with it was just realizing sparring at the end of the day. I'm here to get better. If I don't go through this process, then at the end of it, I can't be the person I want to be in this game. At the end of the day, we all get nervous. Everyone's heard that famous story of Mike Tyson in the locker room. He's crying before fights, getting emotional.
Just relax. Don't get so tense. Relax. All of this is another parking lot.
And this is Mike Tyson we're talking about, arguably the baddest man in the world. So if he's getting nervous, who am I not to get nervous? And of course, there's cases where some people say, oh, I don't get nervous. What? Fighting's like in my blood. Yeah, we've heard it before, but everyone gets nervous at the end of the day. So just get in there, do what you need to do, work on the stuff you need to work on, and improve, and then move forward from there.
All right, so some practical things that you guys can do, you guys can use to help you with those nerves. So the first thing I'll say is do a proper warm-up before you start sparring, because you don't want to go in there cold and take a whole round to get warm, to get your feet going, etc. When you start warming up, you start hitting the pads, feeling nice in the bag, you start feeling yourself, you start firing up. And then by the time you get into that ring, you're good, you're ready to go. Whereas, you know them times when you're just waiting to spar and everyone's sparring and you're just waiting to get called and you're just there outside the ring and you're just cold. That's when you get nervous. When you're warm and you're ready, I'm ready to spar, coach. Because you're warm, you're ready, you've been preparing. Even me, like before a fight, I always make sure I have a super thorough warm-up. Because if I don't warm up properly, I know it's going to take me at least a round to warm up in the fight. And by then, I may be trying to catch up. You don't want to do that in sparring. So warm up properly, you'll feel much more confident. You'll be actually probably looking forward to getting in the ring. So make sure you guys warm up, whether it be the bag, skipping, whatever you like to warm up. Have a nice little routine so you're warm, you're sweating a bit before you go into the ring. Rest when you know you've got sparring. If you don't rest, like for me, this is me personally, there's times where I got sparring, let's say I got sparring Wednesday evening. Wednesday morning I'm doing sprints, so now I'm actually nervous for sparring on Wednesday evening because I've got no legs, my legs are gone. I've used them all up in the sprints earlier. Or say you do a heavy weight session, your shoulders are dead. So make sure you rest. If you know you've got sparring, try and plan your training around the sparring. I'm not saying don't train the day you spar, but maybe do something technical, do something a bit lighter on your body so you don't kind of like just burn yourself out before you get into the real gritty work. And that's gonna make you more confident because you feel better. You feel better, you know that your body is able to withstand whatever you're gonna face in the ring. So just rest a bit, even like the night before, maybe get a good night's sleep. I remember when I first started at my first club, the Lodge, yeah, because I was new to boxing, I was quite new, I was a novice, and everyone that I was sparring was like way better than me, way more experienced. The day before, I made sure I got 8 hours sleep, I ate the right foods. If I ate something bad the day before, I'd be dreading sparring because I'd be thinking everything's gonna affect my sparring. So prepare before you spar and you'll be way more confident. But the days I slept, the days I ate good food, the days I rested before or rested the day of my sparring, I felt way better before I even got in the ring. And then I performed better in my sparring. And it's the same with a fight, it always refers to a fight. So when you're fighting, you're gonna make sure you rest before your fight. Start practicing your sparring, same thing. So make sure you guys rest and you'll feel much better, way more confident before you get into that ring. This one might be a bit of a contradiction, but I'm gonna tell you to actually spar people that are around your level. In previous videos, I've said, yeah, spar people better than you, and I definitely agree with that because sometimes you need that higher competition to push you, to make you better. But if you're really struggling with your nerves and you've got a lot of anxiety before getting into the ring, that's not gonna help you. Because when you're super nervous, if you're sparring someone that's so good, you're probably gonna be scared to hit them because you're scared that if I hit them, now they're just gonna wrap me up. And that happens sometimes. You might know you're sparring someone that's really good. You don't really wanna hit them because if you turn it up, they're gonna turn it all the way up. So now, I'm gonna tell you guys, spar people around your level. There's nothing wrong with speaking to your coach. If you've got a good coach, a good gym, they're probably gonna put you with people around your level anyways. So that is going to help you a lot in your sparring. Or if you're sparring someone that is better than you, hopefully they're sensible enough to tone it down to allow you to learn because you're not going to learn just getting beat up. So that will help you with confidence. Spar people around your level, maybe even speak to the guys in the gym, say, oh, let's get some rounds in. That's what I do. When I know there's guys that are my level in the gym, I know, like, oh, bro, like, you sparring today? Like, I make sure I speak to them because I want to spar with them because I know that I'm going to help them and they're also going to help me. So I want you guys to do the same thing. Spar people around your level, that will help with your confidence a lot because you'll enjoy the spar a bit more and you will learn better. And actually, when you're in the ring, just box smart. If you're just there, going in there, oh, I'm gonna just swing, you're probably gonna be nervous because you know that I'm probably gonna get hit a lot. Whereas if you know you're gonna be following your the right strategy, your hands are going to be up, you're using the correct techniques, you're throwing your punches correctly, you'll be a bit more confident because you know that you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. Like imagine you're driving a car and you're just ragsing it around. You're not confident. Whereas if you've got your driving license, you know everything, double mirror checks, all these things. You're going to be confident because you know that I know how to drive properly. So box smart, box properly when you're in the ring. That should be your objective, and that way you're going to feel more confident because the better you box, the more you stick to the game plan, the more you stick to the correct thing, hands up, chin down, bring my hand straight back, etc. You're going to know that I'm probably going to get hit less and I'm going to do better. So box smart when you're in the ring, and that will help you. Final thing I want you guys to do, and this is like a very practical thing that you guys can actually do today, tomorrow, is start doing some drills on the things that you're not good at. So get a partner, for example, let's say there's a left hook. You don't like the left hook. Get your partner to throw the left hook towards you and just practice catching it. Practice countering when someone throws a left hook. The more you put yourself under an uncomfortable situation, the more you get comfortable in that situation. You don't want to just go into the ring and then they start throwing that punch at you and then now you're, can't handle it. But instead, start doing some drills. So literally find a partner in the gym, outside the gym, your friend, and do that drill. If you don't have a partner, visualize it on the bag. Visualize it in your shadow boxing. I always talk about this in my chess boxing course, how important visualization is. Visualize that same punch that you don't like, or visualize that same maneuver that you want to try and get, whether it's a pivot, I'm not good at the pivot. Visualize yourself doing it, actually do it, so when you get into the ring, it's smooth sailing, and that's going to help your confidence dramatically. So that's the final point. Drill, 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 and drill. Bow, video done. Hopefully by now you guys are a bit more confident before you go into your next spar, and you actually understand that your nerves are not something that is negative or not something that is solely sent to you. Everyone has these nerves. It's just about how you can control them a bit better. So we have a few mindset shifts that you guys can take on board and a few practical steps to implement to help you for your next spar. So yeah, make sure you guys comment down below what you want me to do a video on next. Any problems you're facing in the ring, outside the ring, I got you. Let me know and I'll make a video on it.